Hi guys, happy Wednesday, I think it is. It's Erica with Not Your Average GDC. How's it going? Um, guys, MAGNACUT round 2. So, we have some info. I'm putting this on silent for once. Okay. We have some information. So, the first time that I posted this knife on YouTube, I was showing that the edge was not very sharp. So I was able to, run it on my hand and stuff, and it wasn't doing anything, which means it's kind of dull. And I was saying that it feels glassy, just like the first one, and I was a little nervous about it, and I just didn't know what to expect because from the get-go, the initial first impressions were the same as the first MAGNACUT, right? And then I said, we can't say anything for sure yet because we haven't even used it, but it feels a little too similar. So I worked on the edge a little bit. I posted a video of me slicing some newspaper, nice and sharp, good to go. I've been using this all day at work. I was conversing with John earlier today about it, and I figured I would just reach out and say, hey, how did this feel when you were creating the knife, John? How did it feel to you? Because to me, it feels exactly the same as the first MAGNACUT. I can't feel a difference right out of the package, and then with using it, I'm just not really feeling a difference here. And John said, honestly, I didn't feel anything different between the treated higher MAGNACUT compared to the original MAGNACUT. And then he also said that he had a blade come in from Transparent Knives for a regrind, and in grinding that that blade, I should say, he did not feel a difference between his MAGNACUT and the Transparent Knives MAGNACUT. He didn't feel a difference with anything. And then he sent me a screenshot of an email from a customer, a very long email, basically stating that customer's hypothesis about it is that it's the convex edge that John does that is not working with this steel. Now, the moment I read that, I felt like a flipping idiot. Because I've known that John did convex edges on his knives, but when you're just so busy in life and you're so distracted and something but you don't actually know it, it's in your head somewhere, you have the knowledge somewhere, it's just stuck. That's what happened with me and trying to remember that all of his knives come with a very tiny bevel, but it's a convex bevel, it's a convex edge. I literally have been to John's shop. I have hung out with John. I knew in my head that they were convex edges, and then for some odd reason, I forgot along the way, and it just slipped my mind. Even though it was in there somewhere, I totally spaced that these are convexed. John's knives, he creates them for use. He creates them for toughness, for impact resistance. That's why they're beefy, overbuilt knives. They're made to work, and he can grind them very thin, like this full flat ground spade. It's brutally thin, but to give it more toughness, he does a convex edge on all of them. He does the edges on a belt. The final edge is done on a belt, and that kind of changes things here. Okay, my hood is driving me crazy because it's uneven. Having that information kind of changes the game here, because a convex edge is not going to be the best edge for every steel, right? Plain and simple. All of the knives that I have ever bought from John came with, like I said in my previous video, good edges, but not blowing my mind in terms of toothiness. And other people have said that too, and John has said it himself. His edges are just not the best. And if you're able to put your own edge on, it makes the knife even better. Now, that edge that he does sometimes works better on some steels than others. I distinctly remember my Z-Wear and my Nitro V being delivered from John with a little more of a glassy convex edge than, let's say, my M4 or my Crew Wear that came to me with a little more toothy convex edge. We're all learning here, guys. This is all a learning process. There's so much to it. And every time I make a video, I'm giving you the knowledge that I have right now. And it's going to change over and over and over and over again as I learn. So, the MAGNACUT that got to me, both times with a convex glassy edge, MAGNACUT has pretty fine carbides as far as I know, so that makes sense. That is to be expected, that it will be a little more glassy, right? So now, with the knowledge that I have, thank you whoever emailed John, because I think your hypothesis is surely onto something. Now I have the knowledge to put an edge on this when it needs to be sharpened, which is tonight because I've been using it all day. I'm going to put an edge on it with a DMT stone and just leave it at a very coarse grit and see what happens. I'm not going to strop it. I'm not going to continue to convex it. I'm going to literally touch this up on a coarse DMT stone and make sure that it's not that I don't leave a burr on there, that it's the actual apexed edge, right? And I'm gonna see what happens with that, because knowing that the convex edge might not work for MAGNACUT really changes things here, because I never really thought about that. So information, fabulous information. Now the good news is John is going to change his entire sharpening setup as soon as possible. He's only 21, guys. Like, he's young. He is saving up the money to get a better sharpening system so that he can, give us all more preferable edges when they get sent out. Because, some people just don't like how fine of an edge it can be. Some people just don't like convex, so he's gonna upgrade his sharpening system. I made sure that I checked with him to give you guys all that news. He said it's totally fine if I announce that, so he's gonna change the sharpening setup completely as soon as he has the money for it. That's great news. And hopefully that will improve things. But what's cool about John is that, like, he knows that he's a young knife maker and he's growing and he's continuing to learn. And, like, he is open to criticism. Like, that's the whole reason I brought up the MAGNACUT thing in the first place to him when nobody else fucking wanted to. I was the one that went to John and said, hey, I have a problem. Why? Because I really fucking respect him. I really like his work. That's why I'm buying it constantly, because even though they come with edges that are a little glassy for me sometimes, I can easily fix it and then beat the shit out of the knives with my edge, and I love that. And a lot of other people can too. Like, there's no one in this community that hates John, and if you do, you're fucking retarded. Like, I don't care what you have to say. John, when you can be a knife maker and somebody, like, shits on your day and you say, hey, you know what, you're right, sorry, I'm gonna try to work on that and fix it. Oh, my roommate's home. Like, you're the man. Good job on being a grown-up. And literally there is nobody that exists in this world that doesn't like John, because he's an amazing person that's looking to grow and learn and give us the best that he can do all the time. So that's why John is my friend. That's why I love him. That's why I will continue to support him, because he is one of the most incredible human beings on this earth. My roommate is home. Carrie, you're on camera.
Yeah.
You're on the tube.
What up, EDC community?
What do we say to everyone?
You're perfect for me?
And? Use your shit.
Use your shit.
Use your shit.
But you're perfect for me.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so anyway, that is my little spiel about, the whole MAGNACUT, John, BGM Knives thing. Yeah, he's going to continue to improve, and I'm so glad that we are giving him the chance to do that, because he makes some incredible stuff. With all that being said, let's do a little bit of food prep with the new MAGNACUT. Now, I use this all day at work. The edge is kind of shot right now. I have to sharpen it tonight, which I'm going to, but I think it has enough to work with to cut up the goat's food. They're hungry. They want snacks. I don't blame them. I would want snacks too. So, let's see how it does. Also, this is very thin and slicey, and I think it'll do really well with the food prep stuff. I'm gonna lower you guys down and we're gonna get to cutting here. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, work with me here. Okay, that should work. And if anybody does have a problem with John at BGM Knives, you don't actually exist. Like, you're not a real person. And nobody cares about you, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna cut the ends off, because the goats don't like them. Ooh, this is like a dream. Wow. That thin blade profile is really... Man, that's a slicer. Like, I've been using this all day, but with stuff other than cutting things up like this. I did a lot of cardboard work, and it did incredible. My coworker was actually, like, really surprised at how well it did. So I think the geometry of this is definitely a plus. This is thinner than my original MAGNACUT knife. Much thinner. And that other one wasn't even too thick, but this is, like, the spade model being full flat ground. Definitely way different ball game than the mini hollow ground javelin that I tested in MAGNACUT. This is a completely different world. For the better. Well, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool if I could slice these into here like that, but they're probably gonna fly everywhere. Oh, maybe not. Knowing how stupid I am, I'm probably gonna cut my fingers off or something. So I'm not gonna actually do that anymore. I'm gonna stop before I ruin another finger, because most of them are destroyed. Yeah, so this is doing great. Now, obviously we have some things in our favor here. We've got a really thin geometry and really no friction because it's full flat ground. And we're cutting on a plastic table, so there really should not be any edge damage at the end because the table is just going to compensate for the pressure of the cutting. But we still get to see just what it feels like doing this. It feels good. It feels really good. And I had said this during my first testing of MAGNACUT. I really think it's going to shine in kitchen settings. I think it's a steel that is going to be fantastic for chef's knives and thin, slicey stuff like that, especially because of the stainless properties, which are fantastic. I know that from my first round of testing because I left it in juice overnight, and it did not even get a single spot of anything. This was left in some juice from some stuff at work for, I would say, like 5 hours today straight. Didn't dry it off, left it like that, totally fine. So the stainless properties are absolutely there. Look at my melon. Yeah, this is just awesome. The goats are going to be so happy. They haven't really gotten a lot since winter, but it's warming up and I can give them stuff now. Trying to not rock you guys around as much, but I don't think I'm succeeding. No, I'm definitely not. Y'all are like rocking the boat right now. Yeah, this feels great. So I will be sharpening this tonight. I will be giving it a flatter edge than it came with. I'm not going to keep it convexed. I'm going to straighten it out. Keep it pretty coarse probably. I will go up to, I would say, a 600 grit at most. And I'm going to run it like that for a few days and see what happens. I'm very curious about that. I just can't believe that I, like, forgot that they're convex. Yeah, this is cutting like a dream. I'm also throwing half of the stuff that I'm supposed to be giving to the goats. Whoops. So yeah, for anyone that has MAGNACUT right now, I'm not going to say in general because I've only used John. So if you have MAGNACUT from John and it feels a little glassy and you want it to be more toothy, I suggest trying to put an edge on it and leave it maybe a little coarse, or maybe don't convex it moving forward. Just some ideas. I have a feeling it might work different. Oh, also, huge piece of information to include as well. Let's bring Jared Neves into this, and Talika. So Talika, you guys know him from Instagram, he has a chisel ground MAGNACUT knife. It's like a Bowie from John, and that's from his first run of MAGNACUT, so the lower treated stuff. He had the same issues that I had. He sent it to Jared Neves. Jared put, I want to say, a 13-degree edge on that chisel ground MAGNACUT knife, polished it. It's like a huge bevel because it's 13 degrees. And Talika said it changed everything, and the knife is, he hasn't sharpened it, and it's still going strong, cutting like really crazy cardboard all day. He said it was surprisingly more like glassy when he first got it, and with use he said it's actually become more toothy, and it has kept that, so that's kind of cool. It seems like this steel, it just needs a little more work than we're used to make it shine, I guess. From John. I can't speak for anyone else because I haven't used anyone else's, but at least from John, it seems like maybe it just needs a little bit of TLC for it to perform better, and it needs an owner that knows how to sharpen it. So, yeah, there's that. The goats are going to be happy. This did great. Go deliver this. Yeah, see, so, like, it's glassy. Like, I can run my knife on my fingers. But, like, then it will also cut very well, and I understand it's partly geometry. I get that. But, like, it's just weird, guys. It's a weird freaking steel. Okay. Let's go feed the goats. Let me pick you guys back up. You guys want to come with me to feed the goats? Do you want to see them? Okay. Let's go feed them real quick. You guys can say hi to them. I don't know if I announced, but a couple months ago we actually lost one of the goats. Rest in peace, Elijah. Something strange going on back there. Okay. Yeah, so Elijah, he was really, really old. He had a very large growth on his neck. We tried to drain it. I mean, it drained. Like, there was a lot of buildup in there. But then it just grew back, and he was so old, he was uncomfortable, it wasn't going away. And, yeah. So he ended up moving on to better places. But, where are they? There they are, ready for their snacks. What are you doing? They're gonna get all cuckoo. We have a lot of dogs here. Yeah, true. Okay, look at who's hungry. The cuckoos. I don't know if I can actually get in here with you guys. We'll see. They like to try to escape. I'm gonna miss these guys when I go to Ohio because they ain't coming. They're not even mine. Guys, watch out. Oh my god. Okay, we made it. Yeah, I'll miss them. Alright. Gotta get their little... Dude, they're like dogs. They just like jump up and they like want to be in your face. Oh my god. Okay. They're ready. Oh yeah, they like that shit. Are you guys happy? Look how cute they are. Alright, well, I would say the knife did pretty well. I'm gonna go sharpen it, and I will let you guys know what happens with that. I don't think I'm gonna record that process because I need to just like chill for a minute. I literally work all day long between actual work at the farm and then coming home and running the page on Instagram and then recording YouTube videos basically every day for you guys. It is non-stop. So I think I'm gonna chill, drink a beer, sharpen my knives, and spend time with my family. And yeah. And then I will let you guys know how that goes. I will see you on the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. I love all of you. Go get some goats. Go use your shit. And I will see you hopefully soon. Bye. Love you all.